How you doing, everyone? This is Coach Justin. I am super happy to be here with you today because today I am going to talk about the vibration plate. Been doing this thing 45 plus days consistently, missed about a day or two, but it was between 15 to 20 minutes. So I really want, and that was per day. And I really want to discuss today the benefits that I found with it and the things that were promised but did not deliver. So I'll be sharing both of those today, and I'm excited to do that because I know some of you are asking a lot of questions regarding the plate. Like, does it work? Is it good? Does it have this to offer? Am I going to lose a bunch of fat on it? Am I going to gain a bunch of muscle on it? What am I going to gain out of using this plate on a regular basis? Because I think we're all marketed, right? We're all marketed. This is the magic cure. This is the miracle plate. This is going to take away so many ailments. This is going to build so much muscle. You don't even have to work out, right? You hear that too. I don't even have to work out. I don't even have to do anything. I just have to stand on the plate. Well, I wish that were true. So I'm going to disappoint you on the front end. But I will tell you, there are some great benefits from it, and I'm going to share those with you today. All right, so I'm going to share here a uh, a little slide I put together for it. Right, so you're going to see that there's the vibration plate. I have the forget what brand actually it is. I'll put it in the comments, or I'll put it in the show description. But it was on Prime Day. Ordered it off Amazon. It was, I think, $125. And I was like, if I'm going to get into this, I want to start with the basics to see how I feel about it. And then I'll move on to see if I want to do something better in the future. So I'm going to share with you my thoughts. First off, I want to discuss the benefits that everyone's talking about, the ones that you see online, the ones that people talk about, hey, the vibration plate, if you get this, you're going to experience this. All the ads out there, right, that try to lure you in, grab you by the hand. Come here. You want to lose fat? You want to get smaller? You don't want to exercise? Use the vibration plate. We're going to talk about those quote unquote promises that we hear. So, reviewing the vibration plate, what they told us online was it's going to help you build muscle. It's going to help with fat loss. It's going to bring pain relief. It's going to improve your balance. It also tells us it improves lymphatic drainage, also offers stress relief, increased bone density, and less fatigue. So those are all promises that sound amazing, right? We're all into that. We're like, this sounds good. I want to do that. I want to experience that. I'm sold. And then you look at the prices and you're like, is it worth $500? Is it worth $1,000? And I would just definitely count the cost before you go and purchase any item. But I want to share with you what I found to be accurate when it comes to this vibration plate. I will say that some of the hype, I believe, is somewhat true, but there's a lot of overhyped promises with this plate. Okay. Um, I know some of you may be using it and you're seeing some great results. And I'm just going to say off the record here, your results may differ from my results. It might come down to the machine that you use. It might come down to how strong the vibrations are, how often you use it, right? So there's so many questions, and how do we do this in a way that's going to be the most impactful? And I would just say, before you even begin with this, though, check with your doctor to see if it's something you can do or should do. Because if you have some issues going on in your health, this may not be something that will be beneficial to you. Actually, may antagonize your health issues. So be very weary of that. And I would just go over to your medical professional team and talk to them and just say, hey, is this something I can do? But let's get into it. My experience with the vibration plate. I'm ready to share that with you. And I'm going to start with breaking each point down step by step. Okay. So my experience, number one, the digestion aid. Okay. That was great. Still is great. So if you find yourself having a difficult time, not that I had a difficult time going to the bathroom, but I noticed that it became easier. So after a 20-minute session for me on the vibration plate, I was ready to go see my friend John, right? And so I would easily be able to use the restroom on a more frequent basis using the vibration plate. That's because it stimulates your digestive tract, right? It's shaking, it's vibrating, and it's helping all the waste get down to where it needs to go so you can pass it very, very nicely. Sounds so weird talking about this, but it's just real. We all poop, right? We all poop. So I found myself in the bathroom more frequently as the machine gets your digestion rolling. You may want to be home during this event. Disclaimer: be home during this event, okay? If you're at a gym and they have a vibration plate, you might want it to be close to a bathroom because it will get your stomach rolling in a good way. My experience, second thing I've noticed, my energy levels. So I had days where I was very fatigued here and there, be it getting over a cold, not a good night's rest, maybe just sugar from yesterday or whatever. Um, I noticed that I had some decreased energy periodically. Well, sometimes what I do when I have decreased energy is I'll go outside, go for a little walk. I'll go in the sunshine for a minute. I'll have some honey or something good, right? But I noticed when I stood on the vibration plate after about 15-20 minutes, I felt better. My energy levels were increased. I felt like I could do more. It was good. So I noticed that when I used my vibration plate, I had some increased energy. It wasn't as if I drank a cup of coffee, though. Okay. It wasn't like a caffeine buzz of energy, but it did make me feel naturally energized. So, for those of you who are looking for some additional energy throughout the day, maybe you're sitting here and you're saying, "Hey, I just don't have energy." The vibration plate might be a good idea for you because it really does stimulate your cells and it makes you have to use it brings circulation, I should say, which helps blood flow, which helps you feel more energized. Now, it's not your whole I'm going to go run a marathon energy, but it is a pick me up, kind of like, eating something sweet for a moment, right? That helps too. Helps, I shouldn't say go eat something sweet. I don't want to condone that. I want to say sometimes it feels like you just had something sweet, right? You feel that pick me up. You're like, whoa, I feel good. Or that cup of coffee in some capacity. I'm caffeine sensitive, so I don't do coffee. My experience, the third thing I noticed was it assists with muscle development. Now, I never stopped lifting weights when I started this process, when I started the vibration plate. What I did was I used it as a addition to my weightlifting routine. And so I've used it for recovery, so if I worked legs that day, I would go on the vibration plate after my workout and I would stand on it and do some squats, hold a squat position, just do some maybe one-legged lunges if I could or things like that. And I noticed that it actually increased muscle soreness, which means it stimulated more muscle development. It broke down more muscle fibers. So there were some benefits to adding a vibration plate to my normal routine. That eventually faded as my body got adapted. And so no longer was I feeling sore from using it. I have not tried going further than 25, 30 minutes. I've done that a couple times. Still no additional benefit for me in the sense of like muscle. I have noticed you can do push-ups on it. It does kind of shake you up a little bit. You could do core exercises on it that will help build some muscle, help build some balance. So yeah, there are some benefits to partner with a healthy workout routine, a healthy weightlifting routine, but I don't feel it's good enough to take place of a healthy routine. Now, if you're just starting out, this could offer you some additional support, right? It could offer you that primary, I should say, primary exercise routine for a small moment of time, depending on where your health's at, depending on what you have time to do. This could be a good experience for you at the beginning, maybe a month or two into this. Um, but after that, your body's going to adjust, adapt, and you're going to want to pick up something else and do something else. It is a good addition to help with your process, but I wouldn't use it as your primary method of resistance or exercise. Just an enhancer, not the answer. Circulation. I've noticed that myself. A couple times I started using it, I noticed that I started having itchy legs. And I was reading on that. I'm like, this is so weird, right? Like, why are my legs itching? Why do I feel this way? Well, I come to conclusion as I was looking at this. The plate assists with helping circulation. So notice my legs started itching after using it here and there, and research shows that that is feeling of blood flow. So it was you have tiny little veins in your legs, and the blood gets flown. The blood flow starts to go through right where it needs to go in certain areas. So you'll start saying, "Oh, my leg itches. Oh, I'm itching," because it's really getting the blood going in there, and it's making you itch. It's a reaction of some sort, and it really sometimes you kind of gets annoying. You're like, "Ah, I just want this to stop, I want this to stop, but it eventually does after about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But as I continued using it, I noticed that that feeling became less and less, and my body started adapting to it. So it must have shown me. I mean, that shows me that I'm pretty much getting good blood flow, right? Because my body's getting used to using it on a regular basis. So you can't go wrong with healthy blood flow. So I do notice a difference there. Lymphatic drainage is another experience I've had. My legs can swell up, especially if I'm standing. I work at a desk where I stand and I sit, and my legs are always pointed down, right? Just like most people. As you're standing or working, or sitting and working. So I tried this vibration plate for that one particular reason. One of the reasons I wanted to try it was for lymphatic drainage. Well, I used it to see if there was a difference in my calves swelling up or my legs swelling up at times. And I will tell you that there was a slight difference. They're not so, I mean, legs don't get so swollen. So using this plate 15, 20, 25 minutes here and there, once in a while 30, did make a significant difference. I wouldn't say a significant difference, did make a slight difference in that. So it is good. I think it's important to have your lymphatic system circulating like it should. It shouldn't be something that just lays dormant. When it comes down to gravity, gravity's not our friend always, right? Because you stand up or sit down, your legs are always pointed down, and so what happens? The water in your body will, the drainage goes into the legs, just stays there, and then you need something to pump it back up, right, to go another direction. So when you use a lymphatic massage or anything that helps stimulate the lymphatic system, you start having more of a circulation of that lymphatic drainage, and it starts to circulate through the body better. So it's good to use that if you struggle with any swollen feet, swollen legs. It's important that you could try this because it could work really well for you. Some people use those support stockings. I wouldn't replace those for this, but I certainly think it's a good addition for sure. So the question that a lot of people have is the vibration plate worth it? I will let you know from my experience. Is it worth it? Well, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Because honestly, it's just an additional piece to your health. All right. It's a yes because it's an enhancer to your overall health experience. It doesn't take place of a healthy lifestyle. It can certainly partner with one. So if you're looking for something to partner with a healthy life, you already eat healthy, you already exercise, you're getting movement in, you're doing some resistance training, you're taking some supplements to enhance your experience, you're drinking good water, you're getting good nutrition, you're having healthy sleep habits and things like that. If that's the case, then this is going to help you. Okay, you're going to experience a further enhanced result from partnering your vibration plate with your normal daily activities, your normal daily health journey. So it is good to have. I would say yes, I would buy one again. I would like to try another version of it just to see if there's something unique at higher vibrations. So it is something I'm going to look into in the future, but right now I have noticed that it does work well for me. I am a believer in them. I just don't believe they live up to the enhanced hype that a lot of companies push because they want to sell them to you. If you're looking for a quick fix, this is not the answer for you. It's just going to be a simple, hey, I've noticed a little bit, but you're not going to lose 20 pounds in a month from using this. You're not going to lose 100 pounds in a year from using this. You may slim down a little bit. You may build some muscle, which will help you look more trim, but you're not going to lose a bunch of fat. It's going to take some partnering with some additional pieces of health to help you get better. Okay. Uh, so don't expect some companies are making huge claims. Like I was saying a little bit ago. Don't believe the fads, right? Don't believe the fads. It's fake news. It's fake news. So there are some differences that it does make, but do your own research. Just do your own research. Look up online, look up reviews like the one I'm just giving you now. My experience, your experience goes a long way, right? A lot of times science won't do studies on this at all. They don't have the funding for it, or it just doesn't matter to them. And so you have to go by reviews. You have to go by how people firsthand experience. I don't sell these, so I'm not looking to get any money for them. So, you're looking at this and saying, "Oh, Justin, how do I get one?" You're not going to get one from me. I don't make anything off of these. I'm simply just a guy trying to explore how to become the healthiest you and help other people become the healthiest them. So don't believe the fake news out there. Don't believe the fads. Just simply do your research. Look for firsthand experiences. And I just encourage you, just try it. Just try it, right? What do you have to lose? A few pounds, maybe, right? Some additional strength training is good. So I believe they're worth the investment. I don't know about a $500 machine. I don't know about a $1,000 machine, but I know the one I purchased is a small version. And like I said, it's about 120, 100, maybe it's 130. I got it on Prime Day, so it's a little bit cheaper. But it's worth trying. I know Prime Day comes around a couple times a year potentially, so you can always look for it then. Usually you get $10 to $15 off, and just go ahead and look on there and see if you can find something, right? If you have questions about it that I did not answer, I would encourage you to write to me. You can simply look for me on Facebook. All right. So my Facebook address is facebook.com/Justin Willoughby. You can go ahead and look for me on there, send me a private message, and you can also follow me. And I'll put regular reviews out there about different items that I've tried or different approaches I've tried. And hopefully you can look at this and say, this has helped you. This has helped you make a decision today. This has helped you maybe reach a friend and say, hey, this guy did a review. Would love to have you listen to this. And certainly, I would love to encourage them or help them with anything they need. But anyway, if you like this information, I also have a podcast out there that I use on a regular basis called 600 Pounds Down. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Check it out. Go search for it because you'll have more opportunities to hear things like I shared today via those podcasts. All right. So episodes come out all the time, and you'll be hearing them on a regular basis. Go follow me, go subscribe, and you'll get to hear more. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate you. And I will catch y'all later, I'm sure. Thank you.